This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Great Lake Ace is back with his new single, Cold, out on all platforms. Links below.
We only taught the cheese. We hate rats. We only taught the squeeze. You gotta believe the game. I gotta relieve. 16 shots, nigga, he got it for free.
No love in the city.
Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Let's get right into the news. Alrighty, so first we're going to start off with No Limit Records. Okay, Mystikal's doing interviews, and I never knew this. I didn't know that No Limit left him. He actually did, I would have to say that he did Mystikal a favor by leaving him. So if you don't know, Mystikal was under No Limit for years before he had that smash, I would say international single. And it was like, shake it. We all know that song. But this is what happened. So he was originally on Priority from 95 to 2001, and then switched over to Universal Music Group from 2001 to 2004. And under that, he called himself the new No Limit. Now, this time, things are so foggy from back then, because I thought he was the first person with an 80-20 deal, and then Cash Money came in. Maybe he had an 80-20 deal with Priority as well. But anyways, Mystikal had much success on the label, but when they moved over to Universal, they didn't take Mystikal. And after that, they left him on Jive, because for some reason Mystikal was always being put out through Jive and not on the No Limit Records imprint under Priority. Unless Jive owned Priority, and those things get complicated where like certain labels own other labels. But anyways, so around, let's see, first album came out in 95, so he's been with No Limit since the beginning. And was always going, gold and platinum. He released another album in 1997, 1998, platinum. Then Master P releases him. And he says he was hurt by that. But Master P was having a lot of legal issues. That's why he rebranded the company New No Limit. I think he had something with Beats by the Pound and a bunch of other people. He was having legal issues. So to protect his assets, he changed the name of the company. And that's a whole nother video. I have a video on the channel describing that if you want to reference it. It's an interview with Wendy Day talking about the Master P situation. She breaks it down. Anyways, Mystikal is left on Jive. So the 2000 album just comes out on Jive. It's not No Limit Jive, like the previous times. And this is where he goes double platinum. He goes double platinum on what's the name of the song? What was the name of this album? Released 28. Oh, yeah, here it is. Let's Get Ready. And I think that's the one that had that was definitely the one that had the single on it. But he said trouble was a brewing at that time, and it was. That's when he caught that case and went to jail for like almost 10 years. But Master P actually did him a favor by leaving him there, because Master P had his own issues going on and didn't want to carry him with over to the new label with these issues. Plus, it would have been hard to move him from Jive to Universal. He would have just still stayed under the imprint. I think Master P just let him go so he wasn't a part of all the problems that he had made for himself. Now, Master P's a genius and a go-getter, and sometimes people don't see the same vision you have, okay? People paint a certain story of people, but Master P continues to have success time and time again. And sometimes people aren't team players. They just feel like they're being cheated and take you to court. I'm not saying who's right or who's wrong in that situation, that Master P had to change his label name and everything and go to a different label. But, Master P is someone that is so smart, he's thinking 10 steps ahead of you. And you might as well just go with it, because if you don't, you're going to get left behind. And then you're going to start thinking, oh, he did me dirty and everything. But, like, really, the guy just is thinking very far advanced and is moving fast. And a lot of people can't keep up with that. So Master P's always been motivation for me and many others. He's just one of those guys. MF Doom. He is releasing... Okay, so this is this new thing, NFT auctions. Tory Lanez did one. Azealia Banks is doing one. I think... Who else did one? Post Malone. And it has to do with cryptocurrency. And MF Doom now is going to release one to the NFT auction on Illust Space. Okay, so it'll be the first launch of an augmented reality NFT and remains as one of the hip hop one. Okay, so we'll see. That starting today, Thursday, March 11th at 4, until Friday, March 12th. There'll be this auction, 10 to 50 Eutherian. I can't even say this crypto's name. $15,000 to $75,000, and it is real that 10% of the proceeds from the sale will go back to MF Doom's estate in the form of royalties. Huh. We'll see. I bet you it runs up pretty high. You know, that's I think that's where they're starting the bidding at. I mean, Azealia Banks went up to like $275 million. I don't know. Tory Lanez went up to $350,000. I think it was for like a capsule or something. I don't know. This stuff is still. This is confusing to me. This NFT auction stuff. I gotta look more into it. I'm gonna go on the site today because like. There's so many currencies out there now. It's like, what is going on? Then we got 600Breezy now continuing to use Tekashi for clout, just like Tekashi uses everybody else for clout. So he says, dude, put the police on me. I've been had a warrant for 3 weeks. Leave buddy alone for real. It's not a drill. He's the feds. Duh. He told you he's the feds. And that's not... Is this guy... Like, what's going on with 600Breezy? First of all, you put the feds on yourself. You're going around talking about what you're going to do to Quando Rondo and everything publicly on Instagram. 600Breezy did this to himself. I'm going to keep it real. You know I am. That's what happened. He did it to himself. He told on himself on Instagram. Yeah, he needs to stop doing that. He was doing really well a few years ago. Drake was jumping on stuff with him. You know, Drake had him around. What's going on, bro? Get back to the program. Then we got, for some reason, the game put Kanye as his thing. Game has a lot of time in his hands. He's got Clubhouse. He's reorganizing his Instagram all the time. I don't know what's going on. Game needs to get back to making albums because that's what he's really good at. And he's good at, I guess he makes a lot of money on Twitch too because he's playing video games a lot. Obviously, he's getting paid for it. I mean, he's not gonna do it for free. But anyways, hey, whatever. Go play Xbox, the game. And I don't see his... He says he's on Twitch all the time. I don't see him advertise his Twitch. Huh. Anyways, that's what's going on today. Oh, yeah. I forgot one more thing. Master P says he wants to own HBCU. He wants to own an historically black college or university. Well, I think it has to be historic first, right? All right, let me get to his picture. It has to be historic first, right? But he says, you know, look at the people that own these HBCUs, and you'll get what I'm talking about. For some reason, I can't pull up the picture, but yeah, he wants to own a HBCU, and he wants to join up with some people to get into that business. He said more women graduate from HBCUs than any other university. I love that. If we're going to change the narrative, it has to start with truth, education, and economic empowerment. I was shocked when I Googled who owned and founded HBCUs. We can't change the past, but we can change the future. Hey, Master P's always doing something innovative. But I think it would just be BCU first, right? Black College University. Then you get historic later. Anyways, it's Jordan Tower with JT News. It's good to see Master P pushing education. And hopefully it'll be affordable education. Because, like, education's crazy right now. It's like, if you want to go to college, I think it's like 30, 40, like for like a really good college and like the first or second tier, maybe third tier, you're paying like 30, 40 bands, maybe 50 a year if you want to like live there. That's crazy. That's crazy. Anyways, guys, this is Jordan Tower JT News. Smash that like button and that subscribe button. And I'll check you on the next one. Great Lake Ace is back with his new single Cold, out on all platforms. Links below.
We only taught the cheese. We hate rats, we only taught to squeeze. You gotta believe the game. I gotta relieve. 16 shots, nigga, he got it for free.
No love in the city.